got 1 foot on the throttle, 1 foot on the floor. If I get out of here alive, you won't see me anymore. I won't ever pass this way again. Won't ever pass this way again. If you won't be my lover, not my friend, not my friend. I got one eye on the mirror, one eye on the clock. If I keep drinking whiskey and driving, I won't ever stop. Won't ever pass this way again. Won't ever pass this way again. If you won't be my lover, not my friend, not my friend. I got a pistol in my glove box, lawman on my trail. I'll be headed south of the border if I don't land in jail. Won't ever pass this way again. Won't ever pass this way again. If you won't be my lover, not my friend, not my friend. The rain on the window beats a tattoo on my brain, creeping inside of me, driving me insane. The tires on the pavement sing that same refrain. My heart's pounding in my chest like a runaway train, like a runaway train, like a runaway train, like a runaway train. I hear sirens in the distance, I see those flashing lights. I give it the gas, I pull up the pass, I won't give it without a fight. If you don't get a letter, see it on the nightly news. You know that left me lying in a ditch cold, water in my shoes. Won't ever pass this way again. Won't ever pass this way again. If you won't be my lover, not my friend, not my friend. If you won't be my lover, you won't be my lover, not my friend.
Welcome to Copperhead Ridge. Snowcone. Gain was kind of up quite high on my mic. Fix it now. Of course, we got to be crisp as we can. Alright, good evening to you all. Pace the Shark A Millimeter Peter. Huh. I had it on Top Chat, and Millimeter Peter did not show up. It's sneaky one. He's just a millimeter high, so of course he gets by. Is this Jace the Shark's live stream? Huh? What is? You think he's bought the rights to my channel, or stole them, or I don't know? He bit me and stole my channel. Swam right away with it. Stickspell Casey's trying to make progress here. You know, we need to remember that. Remember that and acknowledge that he's on his way. He's on his way, and he'll hopefully be back someday if the time is in fact right. But hello, Millimeter Peter. It's good to see you as well. And I don't know if I have seen you here before or not. I don't know if you've been a visitor. You know, I used to keep track on every one of my chatters here, but we've had so many. I'm really grateful for that. I've been able to keep track of everybody here, and of course now we have the battle of reaction emotes on my stream and on the server I always share it to with Mighty Mike and Sajin. Let's see. They're popping up left and right here. Audio quality is still terrible. At least I was not upside down like I was for the past 2 streams, and that's why I've been delayed a couple of minutes, because my camera keeps going upside down. OBS. Can I use Streamlabs without OBS? I don't know. That is seeming like what I'm gonna need to switch to. Oh, what was I doing? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is Mighty Mike and Sajin's battle of emotes on my stream. And who's this? Fluffles? Fluffles. Nice link. I watched a bit of that stream. The commentator was really funny. What kind of games do you usually play when you watch streams? Right. Stephen, on behalf, the cook you are, remember that? Oh, thank you, man. The chicken I could have done a bit better, a little bit, but yeah, we'll have to see. I know that Stephen he needs to see some of the other things that I've done on stream, in real time on stream. So maybe him and I will have to see, and we'll pick something, and we can see who can make the better version of it. Doesn't have to be on stream or anything. We'll just I'll make mine, and I'll show it to him, and he'll do his. But speaking of, vaguely speaking of that, it is the season of the snow cones. Sure is. And the thing is that we've had snow for the past, now 3 weeks, this coming Monday. The snow came Monday of the week before last. About 14 inches. And it has stayed throughout that week, and then throughout the past week. By the end of that week, it started getting a little bit melty. Now I thought it was going to all go, but then temperature just dropped, plummeted. Temperature just plummeted. Yesterday it was 17 degrees. Today it is 15 degrees. And so that gives the snow just the right consistency to do snow cones. After it gets a bit melty, it gets good water content, and content of liquid water, and then that freezes up when the temperature dropped again. So snow cones, really what snow cones are, they're really more ice cones than snow. because you know if you get a cup of snow after it's snowed out, and then you get a snow cone, you'll notice the difference. Obviously, it's not the same at all. So really, what you need is ice for a snow cone. And I discovered a little hack, years ago. And years ago, I was posting it on my channel, a little video called Snowcone.recipe, where I demonstrated how you can make snow cones at any time. You do not have to go to somewhere only in the summer where they might have snow cones and get snow cones. You don't have to pay for them at all. You can just put some ice in your blender, blend it up, and you got instant snow cone right there. So I don't know if that video has not gotten too many views, but I would like it to. But I'll say it again here, or you could just wait till you get this kind of free snow out there. But yeah, you just take a cup or a cone of it, scoop that up, and you can put anything, mix anything with it. And I guess my flavor choice right now, it's got to be vanilla. You know how I am about the vanilla. I got these flavor drops. You know, you all know how I've been huffing the Niller for so long. You know, been huffing it. I think it's about time I move on and drop some Niller. Want to see me drop some Niller on stream? About that. This stuff's not as good as the alcoholic kind. Now let's get the alcoholic kind. Nah, that's good stuff. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun stream. See how much I just put in there. One viewer. Oh, did I offend my own viewers by dropping some Niller on stream? My chat did not freeze up, did it? No, it didn't. You're all that disappointed in me? I just shared you the perfect way to make free snow cones. Y'all ain't gonna listen to me? Well, your loss. More for me. So, maybe you can consider this another cooking stream. And I said I was going to do one. I said I was going to do another cooking stream. But I put on the hold because I've been waiting for something to arrive to do that. Waiting for something that I have not ordered yet. How about that? So, you're going to have to remind me to order what I need to order for that so you can see me make homemade burgers, fries, and milkshakes. As per request of Robert Hayes, of course. Yeah. But I, for one, have been enjoying the icy freezing cold weather out there. All the snow. I've been going out as much as I can to do as much hiking, as much skiing and sledding as I can. Oh, I got it. Because I always love going out there and doing that stuff. But you also really have to. If you want to, you have to do it quick. because this is not the most snow-friendly climate. Past few years we've been getting less and less snow, which, you know, is understandable, but this year has certainly been an anomaly. You know, the snow usually does not come there. Okay. 3 strikes and this lights out. I'm out here looking like heavenly with this light on me. Not really though, but is it that light or is it? Which light is it? I don't think. This light is making me. That light's not pointing at me either. Which one? I can't understand which light is. Okay, I think. Is it that light? It has to be that light that's illuminating me, or is it that light? Hold on. Okay, I think that was it. Or maybe that was not it. Okay, maybe if I stay up front. There we go. I'll stay up front, and yeah, I do want to put this light back. There we go. But as I was saying, I've been going out and doing all this that I can, because this year has been quite the anomaly, because usually if we do get snow, we do not get a considerable amount until about February or March. But this year, it's come right in the second week of January? 2 weeks ago was the second week, right? And 14 inches of it. We've not had 14 inches of snow in a long time, so I don't know what that means, but you know, that's part of why I'm in college for Earth and Atmospheric Sciences. I want to know how this stuff works. You know, we're in the middle of global warming, but then at the same time, Florida has had the coldest weather it has had in 200 years. You know, apparently last year was the hottest year on record, but now we're having like record temperature drops. Stuff is weird and it's hard to understand, and I'd like to find out why, but I also got to get up there in it, you know. You got to be grateful that you have it while you do. And I did take some footage of some cold weather content, which I will put out when I can, whenever my time is right for working on videos. I'm not mirrored right now, am I? I'm right side forwarded, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, Casey's still here. We'll have to see that. Casey, I do have to say, you're one of my most loyal viewers. You know, we're always glad to have you here. Man, I always know that you can always be there when we need you. But I was going to say that 15 degrees, 17 degrees, and we haven't gotten. I think our last snow that we got was what was that? It was lightly snowing yesterday, I think. So who knows if we're going to get more at all, but I'll take as much of it as we can, considering how sparse and rare it is out here. But yeah, I'd love to have the opportunity to make as many snow cones as I can throughout the years, and throughout as much of the year as I can, you know. But I don't know about everybody else, but what is the temperatures been like in all of your areas? Because I've not been keeping track of much of that, but considering the temperature drops that I've been observing here, and then I've heard of out on the East Coast, quite unexpected. So I'd like to hear what you all are experiencing, and then of course on the other side of the country, there's all that the fires going on in California. So it's like it is like a polar opposite on both ends. Although I don't know what. Thank you for. I like it too. But yeah, I've heard about all those fires and stuff. So yeah, it's like a polar opposite on the east versus west coast. So it how am I going to read that username? Okay, hold on. Somebody's in here with a whacked out username. Let me. Oh, I see. and then I saw your next comment and I thought, that was right set up. No. Candy B, yes, of course, play harp. Do I know you, Candy B? I don't know if you were here before, but not going to try to be too suspicious, but there's somebody who keeps coming in here who's banned from this chat. Keeps coming under strange usernames. So you're in Jenny's. Oh, okay. Cool. Somebody ping me. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think the guy that I'm concerned about is in there currently. So I hope he's not. But yeah, I play harp, and I think you're the first viewer I've had here who's from Journey's server. So good on you for finding this and coming here. Your friends, yeah. Anytime you come across a new streamer, then yeah, we're it's gonna be chaos trying to figure out what your name is. So, but yeah, I play harp and I play any of the other instruments you see either in the background or like any instrument here I can play except the trumpet that's in the case there, but that's why it stays in its case. Yeah. That is pure vanilla concentrate. Dang. It's gonna be a fun stream. Yeah. Either that, or just be calling, saying your name backwards. It's easier to figure out. You only draw. Well, that's good for you because drawing is not one of my strong suits. So good on you for that. I wish I could draw better than I can, but I'm not bad at it. But certainly could be miles better at it. But we all have the different strong suits now. You want to sing well? That's music right there. You know, your voice is an instrument, and many people cannot sing. You know, many people are just plain incapable of that. So good on you for that too. I'm not the best singer. I definitely can. There's stuff I know that some of my viewers a couple streams ago, I would have remembered the the time when I tried to tackle one song while playing the organ over there, and it was not within my range, and I just had to struggle through that. So yeah, that's music. So I'm definitely sing. As in sing now, or is there a song named Go? That. Oh, okay. I see. Let's do something. Actually, one of my other viewers requested that I do this stream, and they're not here yet, so you're gonna get exclusive early access to it. Okay. Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. I think you only live to see the lights uptown. I wasted my time when I would try. 'Cause when the lights have lost their glow, you cry. Soon the sugar daddies will all be gone. Then you'll wake up some cold day and find you're alone. You'll call for me, but I'm gonna tell you bye. When I turn around and walk away, you'll cry. You're gonna cry, and you'll cry alone. When everyone's forgotten and you're left on your own, you're gonna cry. I'll lie awake at night and wait till you come in. You stay a little while and then you're gone again. Every question that I ask, I get a lie. For every lie you tell, you're gonna cry. You're gonna cry, and you'll want me then. It'll hurt when you think of the fool you've been. You're gonna cry. Oh, there goes my chat. You had a great roast, so thank you. Thank you, Candy Bees, that's what it is. Sugar daddies, two more than... Yeah, well, and that was back in 1955. So, I mean, that's something I could kind of see nowadays, but back then, man, that's gotta be getting yourself around out there and like in Arkansas. Where's Johnny Cash from? Somewhere in Arkansas. Dang, something. But I don't know if one of the two. Yeah, well, that's something I was gonna say. I would expect more this day and age, but I don't know. Would it be easier or harder to find that out? Like, get found out. Your two sugar daddies getting found out to like in this day or back then? Because like you got communication through like text and internet and everything now, but then back then word also got around. You know, people told each other things. So who knows? Yeah, really, nobody does. Nobody does. But you know, we got songs like this to remind us of that. Because anybody who does, they're going to cry, cry, cry. Sad day for them. Hey, you know, gossip. People don't gossip like they used to, do they? You know, people talk junk online all the time, but no good old fashioned gossip. All gone somehow. Sounded good on that song. Thank you, Captain Kara. Somebody on here requested it, but I don't know if they're going to show up. So I'll just have to keep playing it every stream. Gossip now is who's. Yeah. So especially on like, campuses and such. It's good to see a lot of that. Just realized that I'd still have. Where is it? Nope, not that direction. There. Oh, I just still got this guy. It's past the deadline for putting away the Christmas stuff, right? I think so. That guy's got a pass now. He's able to stay here for this stream. You know, we already got one guy. Well, 1 century here. So that guy's got a free pass now. But, okay, now all that's left in my Snowcone is just concentrated vanilla extract. Alcoholic kind. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll take some in increments. So I know this stuff, it can work. It can work. Like, this is something that I guess people used to, in the old days, use if they couldn't get any liquor or anything, especially like during Prohibition, like extracts that have alcohol. They just swig these all day long. And it's actually, you know what? I'd rather just swig this instead of whiskey or anything. Brother loves nutcrackers, but he likes them because they crack nuts. Well, yeah, you know what? I believe that because you can't. No nutcracker that I've found actually cracks nuts. None of the kind that you find now. I don't think they've been able to crack nuts for a long time. Because I tried putting. It was like almond, like a shelled in shell almond in one of the nutcrackers, thinking, oh, that's what it's meant for, and it just broke. The handle just broke off immediately. So I think they're only decorative pieces now. They're only kind of restricted to Christmas, but they once were. They once were a practicality, a decked out practicality. But now we've got those like these tong like nutcracker things that it's like you put a walnut in there and it just shoots projectiles, or it just explodes everywhere. Dip and go. All my best to you, Woven. Have fun though. You too, of course. Thanks for tuning in here. Always good to see new people from the different servers and communities. So yeah, you have a good one, and come back if you can. Anytime. I usually stream once a week, so good seeing you. And now we're up to 5. How about that? 5 and only 1 chatting. So, lurkers matter. Lurkers are in here. They do matter. I appreciate all of them being here. Man. But, let's see. I was wanting to do something that I've done for a while. Let's see. Something to show you all here. Safari's got to load. But as I grow in my musical knowledge and observances, that is not a word, my ability to observe different aspects of music, and that goes into recording, music recording and music performing, identifying the different characteristics and features of that are common there. And another one that I've been paying attention to much more frequently is live audio mixing. How the audio at a live concert is mixed, and all depending on what instruments or vocals are brought up or back, or just how they're mixed generally, and it's usually in accordance to the instruments. Usually the vocals are all the same, usually, but there are some exceptions. But I've been mostly picking apart different pieces of footage of live performances and how the instrumentals have been mixed, and time after time again, the more we get out of like 70s into the 80s and then 90s for sure onwards, like the farther we get away from the 70s and like the 70s, the 70s had it too, but as far as we get away from that, the worse the mixing is for concerts, I've noticed. And it's not you don't. It's not as present when you go to a concert. There are some bad mixings that I've definitely heard at concerts, but the past couple of concerts I went to, fine. But then like videos of um, different live performances, I've seen that where the audio is recorded from their main mix that they did live. Not somebody just recording the concert. The audio is coming in on an official mixed recording. And been watching a lot of performances and on YouTube and seeing what all I've got going on there, but there's one thing I'll show you all here, which is the performance is significant enough that I have to show you all this anyway. Get it up here. Dirt Man. Boat Stark. Ozark, you might witness the first drunk stream. All because of Miller extract. Okay. So, what the heck is that? Warning, heads up. Exempt channels from content ID claims. Right. What is that? Is that from a show? That's not it. Is that a show? What's it called? Okay, I see. It's on this thing called Huckbee's Jukebox. It's a show on TBN. I see. I see how that is. Not the first time I've gotten a claim on one of these streams. But anyway, I was going to say, from watching that performance, first of all, overall, great performance. Great performance overall. The guys killed it. They nailed it. I know, because I saw them live back in December. They're fabulous, and obviously it was the Oak Ridge Boys doing what might be their most iconic song, Elvira. And you'll notice they had a new guy there filling in for Joe Bonsall, who passed away back in last year. He's the newest member of the Oak Ridge Boys since 1972. So, guy Ben James, great voice, like fantastic voice, really. And I think he actually fits. He works with those guys. You know, still a great blend. Still a great blend with them. So they're great. But that instrumental performance. That instrumental. Did you all notice anything off about it? How would you all describe that? How would you all describe that performance? Like with the instrumental. I would describe it. You know, there's not a singular word I would use to describe it. It just was mixed badly and mixed unevenly. Because with that instrumental, what could you hear there? I heard mostly drums, piano, and organ. Drums, piano, and 3 instruments out of drums, piano, organ, and electric guitar. Four instruments out of drums, piano, organ, distorted electric guitar, electric bass guitar, electric slide guitar, acoustic guitar. That was it. But four out of those 6 instruments, I could not hear the bass guitar. I could barely hear the bass guitar. I could barely hear the electric guitar, and I could not hear the slide guitar. And all that. So, first of all, too many instruments. All those instruments do not need to be there for that song. I mean, for country music, you're okay having. Did I say 6, 7? That's not 6 or 7. You can get away with having 7 instruments. It's fine. You don't need it for that song. definitely don't need all that for that song. Unless you're going to do something real special with it. They didn't. That was all just... There's nothing too special about that. They was all just kind of doing standard stuff. So, could have scaled back the instruments a bit. What they also don't need... They also did not need the distortion on that guitar. That distortion does not go well, I think, with that song. And it overpowered all the other instruments. But, you know, even so, they could have done it right. They could have mixed that correctly. You know? So, I don't know what the thought process is for doing that. And there's always, you know, it's kind of a running joke sometimes about the inaudible rhythm guitar. You know, there's that, but as farther we get away from, you know, kind of the more classic days of analog recording and not as involved live sound systems, we get an even worse sound. It just sounds bad. It does. Because, like I said, mostly what all you hear is the drums, the acoustic guitar, and organ and piano. Or not the acoustic. What am I saying? The distorted electric guitar. Drums, distorted electric guitar, and organ and piano. So like, they all could hear what they were mixing, right? And didn't they rehearse that? Why is the mixing so bad? That is something I have not been able to wrap my head around. Why does the mixing sound bad? How could it? And how is it this consistent with all these live performances I've seen, all these live recordings that I've seen? Like, how can that problem get by? How can that setback get by so often? I mean, I would think that if you're there, you know, out with at the mixing booth, you could hear what's being played, and certainly that's not the case for you know, the official records, you know, the studio recordings. But for live performances, why is it like that? I feel like every time I see like great performances like that with these classic bands, classic old musicians and bands doing classic songs, and then it's set back so much with the subpar instrumentals and the subpar mixing of that. I mean, the instrumental was not bad. Instrumentals was not bad. Those are not the problems. The mixing. Why is the mixing subpar? Why is it off? Why is it uneven? Why is it creates a clunky recording? And you know what it is also? It is insulting to those musicians who cannot be heard. You know, there was some old lady just, you know, strumming on the acoustic. You couldn't hear her. You can't hear her at all. So, and also the old guy who's doing that, probably been doing the same bass part for most of his life. That he's been doing that probably most of his life. most of his career, but then he's just not going to be heard. Like you could barely hear him. Like you could hear the bass end of the piano more than the electric bass guitar. So and the bass that's one characteristic. The bass is always mixed really, really. I wanted to say down low, but that sounds like it would be a good thing, but in this case, it's mixed so low you cannot. It's barely there. There's no attack to it. You can kind of hear the tone of it, but it's faint. It's a faint bass. The bass is, and this is even true for studio recordings nowadays. The bass guitar is just so faint. It's so faintly heard. Why? It used to be the opposite. Back, I only was starting to notice it with some more or less recent records, but then as I go back, I look back, I think, yeah, that it is odd that even records back in the 90s, they had bass guitar you could barely hear. So even back then, and so I don't know where it started at, but I don't get the point of it, because it, again, like I said, it used to be the opposite. In records you hear, most of the records you hear, in the 80s and the 70s and 60s, even the 50s, the bass guitar was very, very prominent. But now they want to just fade it out, almost, defeating the point of it even being there. And I would think, especially, I was surprised to see that, or to not hear. I was surprised not to hear the slide guitar. Because that slide guitar is one of the most identifiable sounds in country music. Usually a pedal steel guitar, but that guy just had a that did not look like a lap steel. It just looked like he was playing more. It's a standard slide guitar. So I'm surprised that they made that not be able to be heard. And I think really the other electric guitar, the distorted electric guitar, was kind of doing the same thing as the slide guitar, but you could hear that more than the slide. Ironically enough, the slide guitar is the instrument I was able to hear the least out of all those. I don't get it. And the drums on all these newer recordings, the drums always way too up front. The drums are always the most upfront part of all these mixings. That is something you can just come to expect, almost, throughout all these live recordings. That's the most of what you can hear aside from the vocals. If you don't have good hearing, all you would hear really is the vocals and the drums, and nothing else. And it is seeming like that is what these audio controllers want for that, and what they think is good. But I would not think that would be possible, seeing as it is, well, not good and defeats the point of the purpose of the other instruments even being there. So if anybody knows anything about that, about like live audio mixing and why it is always so bad on these recordings, these live recordings, please fill me in on that. And it was not, I don't know when it started, but there are plenty of live records out there that are not like that at all. You know, the I'm about to go and make a point, and I forgot the name of this album. Come on. What's it called? Dang. It's an iconic, very iconic album. Dang. Well, oh, I know why. I know why. Okay, yeah, got my attention. 15 pings, right. Okay, what are y'all saying? You should join the voice chat. Who you talking to? Okay, and okay, that seemed to put a halt to things. I should join the voice chat. Why? Are you gonna call in? So abrasive? Is that what you're planning on doing? And what is so abrasive's problem with Inverse's profile? Fix your audio. I don't know how. And I ain't going to try on stream unless all of you know a simple fix for that. Yeah, the Alive album. The Alive album. The Kiss album. Their breakthrough album. None of that was present there. I've been reading every single message. I just did. Maybe your stream is lagging behind a bit. Who knows? And that is even worse. It might be the first time I'm getting close to banning somebody for their profile. Now, I was gonna say, alright. And 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that is. And we're getting rid of that. think Inverse changed his profile picture? Now I do. Yeah, I do now. I see no problem with this original one. But yeah, none of that was present on like that one and all the live albums back then, like the um, like the why am I drawing? Yeah, the Get Back project. You know, the Beatles recording on the rooftop. None of it was present there. I was listening to a live album recently by Robert Cray called Authorized Bootleg, and it sounded, without knowing it's a live album, you'd think it might be a studio album. You know, all the mixing was perfect for it, and of course all the live Frank Zappa and Mother's Invention albums. Again, perfect mixing. Sounds like a studio recording. I did not. It took me a while to realize that the Broadway the Hard Way album was a live album and not a studio album. And then I'm seeing it, you know, the videos of them doing it live for the first time. I'm going, what this? That these recordings that I'd known, I'm now seeing them. You know, they're heard on live. Welcome, Kyle Garnica. Good to see you around here. I believe this is your first appearance here. Welcome. Do you still watch Wafflepone streams? No. Well, kind of. Sometimes. That's the best answer. I've lost almost all interest in them. Not for any particular reason. I just kind of have. I tune in every now and then. You know, and I tune in at coincidentally at the right moments, because usually something's going on, and a lot of times I'm being mentioned. So I don't know how many times I've been mentioned on there that I miss out on, but you'll have to tell me, definitely. I was gonna say, so it is. When did that start? I only started noticing it in the past couple of years. And you can usually expect the same result, the same bad mixing. So, anybody knows anything about that? I really would like to know, because I've not seen, you know, such a subpar job done that many times before, you know, outside of this. Nothing that I'll be able to wrap my head around. Good luck on your streaming. Well, thanks, man. I've been streaming for, it's 3 years now. Well, not 3. This is the 3rd year of streaming. Started in 2023. But I've been doing. I usually will stream every week, once every week, and it's been good. It's been fun, and I found it much more fun than watching the Wafflepone streams. And I know if I call them boring, Steven's going to disown me. So I'm not going to call them boring. But I find mine just a bit more exciting to do. That's what I'm saying. Many of you have just gotten here, but Inverse, to soothe your confusion, this is what I've been talking about. I found this great live performance. Well, you're not going to be able to see it unless you rewind the stream, because I got a little note and OBS was quite helpful in letting me know that this was copyrighted content and I can't do it. Hi Dirtman, hi Dirt Sack. But I was going to say, adding on to that, when it's a bit surprising, kind of a bit surprising when I had seen that video, because again, I had just seen the Oak Ridge Boys back in December, and all the sonics and the mixing was fine. There was about nothing wrong with it. I think that their piano I think could have been brought up more, but after watching that video where the piano was way too up front and the tone of the piano was just not desirable. And here remembering the guy's piano when I saw them being more subtle, I actually would prefer that rather than it being all up front and kind of poking you in the ears, but what was even better was their vocals. We're seeing them live, but you'd think in that kind of live recording, in those live recording capabilities, they'll be able to sound just as fine, but they sound miles better live. Like their microphones were not they were not being overpowering. They were not blaring, blasting. It was just at the right volume, and their voices just came through, and were nothing like anything I've heard on the recordings. Especially Richard Sturban when he did the bass parts, like the papas. Again, like I said last stream, just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Being able to hear that, and hearing that in person, and hearing that guy just having that basement rumble with that. But and then on that recording, on that video, it was not anything like that at all. You could hear he had a low voice, but it was nothing like what I heard. And hearing the guy, seeing the guy right there in front of me. And also the people who mixed that, they got something against the bass, because when Richard Sherman does that part in the last couple choruses, it's like Hellfire, and he goes, yeah, like that you could barely hear. It's like, why rob the guy of that? You could hear him doing that, but it was kind of in the background. So that's just inexplicable to me how they would do that. Slap that bass. Yeah, if I caught one recently, I would. But if you want me to, I could do something like that for you with another kind. Here. I'm even gonna plug it in. Just give you up close audio. I think this is in tune. I can barely hear it. So, amp it is. And yes, I know where my cord is this time. Should be able to hear that. Hope y'all can hear me. Let's see. That cord's long enough. I'll leave that out. Future reference. Bass is not your instrument, no offense. I know. No, it's not my instrument. None of these instruments are my instruments. You know, I stole them all. Yeah, none of them are really my instrument. Yeah, it's all about practice. And bass is not something I practice a whole lot. Not many uses that I've had for it, except for some performances. Okay, let's see. Check this out. What in the world? How did you even think of that? Sixbill made an AI video of me eating a fish sandwich and then getting arrested. Well, whatever it was, it's probably because I had too much melted alcoholic vanilla Snowcone. That's why. Whatever that might have been. An interesting choice with the AI of turning my shirt into a long sleeve shirt in 1 second. But that's one thing that I don't know if we're ever going to get to the bottom of, or where the inspiration for that came from. But I know there's something I have here that we all can digest here. Not going to be too hard for us to understand. Which is one of my favorite pieces of art I've come across recently. It's a bit different than most of the art pieces we've seen. Different form of media. And I'm going to scale myself down here. Just so that's not how you scale yourself down. Just so you all can see the full extent of this thing, because it needs to be seen. Sixbill, I think you need to refresh your stream or something. You always keep asking questions that I've already answered.
Dirt man in the sticks runs wild and free. Casey gave him that name for his dirty spree. Cheated on his girl and he's got no shame. Now he's living in the mud like it's all a game. He's got a game. He's got a Discord server, though he barely shows. Promises he'd be there, but everybody knows. Ping him anytime, his reply stays the same. Just a simple yap, like he doesn't even care. Yap, 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 it's all the same crap. Don't take any wooden nickels, boy. In Dirt Man's world, there's little joy. Stuck in the mud, drowning in guilt. A life constructed on the lies he built. Casey told folks Dirt Man's a wrecking ball with a heart of grime and a spirit small. The Dirt Man laughs and takes another swig. living in the sticks like a dirty little twig. Every now and then a thought crosses his mind. Maybe it's time to leave the wild behind. But the call of dirt keeps pulling him back. Yap, 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 he's still on the attack. Yap, 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 it's all the same crap. Don't take any wooden nickels, boy. In Dirtman's world there's little joy. Stuck in the mud, drowning in guilt. A life constructed on the lies he built. Now yes, the lies he built. Now the sun sets on this dusty, worn-out road. Dirtman's left with echoes of the love he's owed. Casey shakes his head, says he's the same old fool. A man too lost in yapping, breaking every rule. Yap, 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 it's all the same crap. Don't take any wooden nickels, boy. In Dirtman's world there's little joy. Stuck in the mud, drowning in guilt. A life constructed on the lies he built. Oh yes, the lies he built. Dirtman.
Why is your camera so small? Because I need to get myself out of the way. You know, for that, this great work that's been done, collaborative work, being done with the song that Stickspell lovingly crafted, all in the name of this crowd of people here who be, well, special enough to understand what that's all about. But yeah, one of my favorite art pieces, definitely, that has been made of me. So we're all extremely grateful for that, Stickspell. And nobody's made a song about me before, and so now we're able to have things like that. Things are able to be made possible. So that is what we all like to see. It's gonna be a classic, you know, community classic here. Is this Jace? Why are you obsessed with that guy, Mr. Calderon? Mr. Cauldron? Is this, you've asked, this is like the third time you've asked this, is this Jace the Shock? Is this, that guy did something to you. Does that guy, does he like haunt your dreams or something? Are you having a peaceful night of, you're in REM sleep, and then suddenly out of nowhere, in your dreams, you see, good day, Joseph Calderon. You heard about Metallica? You like Metallica? You know the guys in Guns N' Roses are? Is that stuff, is that your nightly bothers? Is that, I don't know. But I was gonna say, why is Jace come into so much prominence recently? I don't get how that all works. But anyway, but yes, indeed, well done, Six Bell, for that. Um, I think we all appreciate that kind of effort, and it's not just me who's in that song. It's a song about um, a couple of us here. So that's what we all like to see. Feeling down on myself, and you can't stop thinking about the guy either. I mean, I don't think about as sad as it might be to hear. I don't think about you all the time. You know, I'm not here thinking like, why did Inverse only show his face once, and he's anti face reveal. Oh, why 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 no. Anyway, kept calling him a shark in the waffle server until he left it. Right. Very, very exciting. Very exciting. But I think what's going to be more exciting than that is something here that we've not done in quite a while. Not done this in quite a while. And I'd like to bring it back here. So, I hope we have enough participants here for a game of Scribble. Do we? I'll put it in the chat here. I need a number of us who might be able to play. Yeah. But I would like at least 3 people. At least 3 people here. Done it twice before on stream, so I'd like to get a list here. Who's going to be doing it? Say Zach is a yes. Okay. That's 1. Should I at everyone again? Yeah. I'll at everyone twice in one night. How about that? Listen to the song you and your friend made. Pleasant bad music. Yeah, I should. But right now I'm compiling a scribble list. Yeah, I will, man. I definitely will. I'm compiling a scribble list right now, so I need at least 3 players. Colin, are you a Scribble player? Can't remember if I've ever seen you on the Scribble games and on Waffle Pump streams. But a couple, okay. Just needing a list here before we start. Okay, so we got Sasak, Coleman, Sticksville, I remember you being the uh, excelling at Scribble before. Just too bad we ain't got Mr. White Man himself over here to do it. A champion. Could have the champion in our game. Scribble hack. About to install your driver's license hack too while you're at it. But Inverse, I don't know where that guy scurried off to, but he's played Scribble before. I know he has. Inverse, are you avoiding me? You avoiding me, Inverse? Install helicopter license. You know, I actually would almost feel better about Trollinator flying helicopters because there are less people he could endanger by doing that. You know, like there's just him flying a helicopter. Not a lot of helicopter traffic, so that might even be a safer bet for him. You know. Oh, and no parallel parking needed for helicopters. You know. Inverse and Stickspell have conveniently seemingly scurried away at the opportunity. By the way, I'm not feeling any different from the Niller extract. Put in my Snowcone. Not feeling any different yet, but who knows? Maybe you all are observing things that I'm not. I cannot tell. But I'll right now put the Scribble link in the chat. Maybe we could even get some randos to join us. And I forget you also can join random games, random Scribble games. And it already set my name to Zebra Crossing. Why does that sound like a very, very Super King like name? Like he would do on one of his alts. How do you change that? How do you change your. Nope. That's a trailer that was on YouTube. Hold on. you in timeout twice. Put you in timeout a lot more times than that, you know. And you still show up and you still made me a song. After like the upteenth million debillion time that I put you in timeouts for spamming the stuff. So, I can't see how this is much different. Yeah, twice just today. Exactly. Here we go. We got it. Now we're just going to wait. Where's my chat at? It's there. It's there for you all. Stick Spell says at Dirt Road Man. Yep. Yep. Then one joined. Um, Reclines Obus has joined the room. So that's good. I don't know if that is Sysak or Coleman. Let's see. Sysak, if you join, join Scribble, and I will unmute you. For real this time. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, just turn my gain up on there. There, is this coming in both your ears now? That's good. It's alright. That's alright for y'all. channel. Yeah, that was the problem last stream, and I have no idea how to fix that. My own viewers. How about that? My own viewers being incompetent. Oh, Scribble Link is live. Channel to mono. Like I know how to do that either. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Mm, oh yeah, I know how that works, but I just am out of the know how to change that. So say, Zach, if you just passed out or something, you're in trouble. So if you took the audio engineering elective, then that song of yours that you posted in my music channel should be pretty good, shouldn't it? I don't know why I put it in bad music, you know. You're not playing. Oh, we're being unfair to you or something. You say something that you didn't like. You pull in the. I'm not playing, guys. You guys are jerks. Playing that hand. Right, you're just that indecisive. You're on your phone. Should have thought of that earlier when you agreed to do it. What? Copy this link. Oh, I can do it here. I can do it here too. Okay, hold on. We're gonna be getting everybody here. All right. Cord K49. Well, I'm not. Not the most familiar with that. Somebody named inappropriate word man joined the room and then left. Did Scribble kick them out for that name? I don't know. I figured. On account Taco Truck or Joe. You know how to play Scribble? You ever played Scribble before? I found it interesting to see how you do it. See your techniques. keep forgetting you're not banned. Is this the only stream you've not been banned from? Joe, do you get banned from most others? I do record some stuff. Yeah, just usually this MIDI keyboard I got here. You can see that, right? I just connect this into GarageBand. I've not done any recordings with the real instruments before. I'd like to save that until I get a group of people who could record with me. But I have done some. I have a music channel that I've uploaded a couple of videos to. I should post the link of that here soon. Amber. Okay, we got Amber as well. Okay, we got Amber, and is this the real Amber? You know what? Just gave me a good idea. I'll send the link to the real Amber. Good idea. Where is the real Amber? She's somewhere in the depths of my direct messages. Amber. What do you think of Trollinator? Apologize to Jack and Stephen. I haven't seen that, and I've lost interest in that kid a long while ago. I have. Well, I do have a digital audio. I think this is what this is to Focusrite Scarlett 212 or 2i2. Anyway, came on last week. Yeah, not enough for me to give two dimes about. Chelsea Lynn. Who keeps? It's gotta be the same person. Anyway, I think about starting time already. You already here? Because I need to turn off the hints. No hints. 0 hints. Game mode. Word count. 3 rounds. 3 draw time. 80 language. Well, Chelsea just left. Got a good idea of who that is. Sasak. All right. Starting. Get your. Sasak's turn already. How about that? I don't have my screen up. You can't see. Y'all can't see. Some randoms join in. Yeah, invite some randoms if you want. Okay, 4. Oh, and Sasak just left. Alright then. What? be. Okay. There we go. Okay, not writing words. Okay, good. Huh? The world. Oh, there we go. I like that. It's a bit of a derpy looking bat, but you know, it's wholesome. Oh, just like that. Trollinator, come on. Oh, Trollinator. This is the first one. Okay. I'm doing this choice because I don't know how to draw any of the other ones. Okay. Okay. This is. I think this is a good representation of what this is that I'm drawing. Okay. There's space enough to draw this. Okay. Good for you all. Kind of also looks like a squashed witch's broom to me. Okay. kept misspelling that. Where did the E come from? Okay. If this is 2 words, this is... no, I didn't mean to... Oh. Guess that last. Dang. These typos, man. No. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Come on. This is what I should have done, actually, earlier. It still isn't best representation of this. Oh, well, everyone guessed it. Okay, okay. Really? How about that? Winner of... Okay. Cool. Cool. What are we thinking? You up for another one? You up for another one? I'm starting another one. Trollinator is apparently not. Not been reading the chat at all, either. How can we let randoms join in? It's like, is there a way we can bring people in to the game? I know you can join like a random game, but yeah, I guess that was a private room. Should I make the room public and see if anybody joins? Should we try that? Yeah, how do I do that? Okay. It seems that all the options are to join or to create a private room. That's the only option. Huh. Well, maybe for next time we'll be figuring that out. But anyway, good game. Good game overall. What time we got here? 9:16? Good. But Oh, I already read that. But I was going to say, there's another thing here that, well, we have not been doing in a while, and we have not been doing a tier list in quite a while. Been sometime last year did the last tier list, so I think that's what we're going to be doing next. Going to obviously need suggestions for that. What's going to be the topic of this tier list? And I know that it's about 9:17. I know the viewers of the Giant Buns live stream are going to be getting out here soon, and usually some of them carry over into here. I don't know about how it is on Mondays, but no, I need the suggestions for all the tier lists. How we're going to be doing those. Have I been posting anything inappropriate in my server? So I was leaving it unattended. Ah. Good. They've all been on good behavior, it seems. Oh, how did I do that? There we go. This newer stuff. It's got into the bottom of it, and I feel no different. I feel no different than always, but then again, would I be able to notice a difference with myself in my state, my performance here? I don't know. Is there any more? No. Bottom of the glass. I don't know. Maybe I'll drop some more. Drop some more of the non-alcoholic kind. Ironically enough, this stuff is the stuff that burns. How's that possible? What is in this stuff? Whatever natural flavors is. Probably should get out of Scribble. That's going to be using up a lot of browser energy. But Casey is still here though. He's a justified lurker. Justified lurker here. But something that I have tried recently recently, as of yesterday, for the first time, was I tried Church's fried chicken. I had not ever had Church's fried chicken before. I've never been to one, because there are none near my town. They're the only ones that I even know of are the ones that are in the city, which is big city, which is about an hour away. And so it was some place that I had heard my dad talk well about. He talked well about them, and said that was, I think, his favorite fried chicken place to go. And I guess I should have been paying more attention to what he was exactly saying, what he was exactly telling me there. But I had not gone there ever until yesterday when I was in that city, and I needed to go somewhere to eat because I had not eaten at all. I had not eaten lunch at all that day, and the only place that I knew about that was good, and the area that I was in the city, I was in the heart of the big museums and the big hotels and all the restaurants around there, and the baseball stadium, all the restaurants around there. They had definitely had a um, shared intention, which was to make quite average stuff, serve average stuff, and put it out for prices way beyond what it should be. And so they're like pace places, is how I would describe them. And so none of those places I was planning on, or am I ever planning on going to. So the only other place that I knew of was quite the exact opposite. It was Church's Fried Chicken. So went on over there, and I got multi-piece combo thing, and it was all the chicken pieces, and biscuits, corn, and fried okra. And so I thought, you know what, promising. Sounds like it'll be good. It's my dad's favorite place, and that's when I tried it. That's when I was finding out that what he meant, as in it was his favorite chicken place to go to. It was his favorite chicken place to go to in the 1970s. I think is what he meant by that. I don't know, okay, what is he? Casey, your cat died on Wednesday the 8th. Oh well, I think, yeah, it hadn't even. Yeah, we had been hearing some things about your cat back last year when you were on Discord. I think you're posting about the cat on there. How old is your cat? I want to assume if he's living with Casey Batman, so I would think he would have a good life doing that. So I know your cat. We all knew about your cat. So that you will be missed by all of us. We'll be missing your updates about your cat and your photos of him. So, but I was going to say that that was his favorite place in the 1970s, and they had changed. They had a change in quality since then. I could presume, because it was not very good. It was not very good. the best part about it, of all of it, the best component was the fried okra. That was the best part of it. And that okra was not bad. There's a whole lot of ways that you can very, very severely mess up okra, and they actually did not do it. The okra was good. Biscuits were actually, yeah, the biscuits were good compared to the other components. The chicken, which the dredge was so-so. Um, the meat though, the dredge, it was that dredge, that kind of dredge that had that like sloppy look to it. Like it almost looked sloppy. This dredge, and I just that's not what you should typically see. You know, I don't think that is how dredge should look like. Like the flour quality is not at all. I think optimal for that. But it was dredge was so-so. The meat, on the other hand, really, really low quality, and it was that kind that just probably been pumped with a bunch of stuff in it, that which makes the muscle fibers weak and fall apart. Not the good stuff at all. So, although what else really can you expect? But and then again, they're not McDonald's. They're churches, and almost nobody I know goes to churches. Or churches fried chicken, and so I would think that at least then you have an excuse to be just a bit better from McDonald's, KFC, Chick-fil-A. I mean, your churches. Why not stand out a little bit at least? Ain't Popeyes. So yeah, that was disappointing. But I will say the most disappointing part was the corn. Was most definitely the corn. Because what my dad had said, back when he would go there in the 70s, is that the way they would have their corn already is that they would have this big vat of butter, and they would have this spindle like over the vat that they would attach the corn cobs to, and it would just be soaking in the hot butter all day. And they would turn this handle, and the corn on the spindle would turn in this vat. And you're saying it's the best corn you could ever have. Well, clear that they've since abandoned that process, because this corn might be the worst corn I've ever had. It was the taste and texture, consistency of canned corn. Canned corn or frozen corn that you've heated up. It was like they took canned corn kernels and stuck them on a cob that somebody had already eaten off of. They just steamed this thing way too long to oblivion, with no flavor at all. They steamed the flavor out of it, and they did not even add anything. They did not add butter or salt even, or pepper. So any kind of excitement that I had for it just went away immediately. There's no butter on the corn, not even anything. Like they expect that you'll be satisfied with corn that is an exact match for canned corn on the cob. So overall, not very good. Not very good. The biscuits were biscuits, they were not what I'm used to. Instead of the more common flaky dough, they had kind of more of a muffin dough type of thing going on, and um, they were just nothing that was that good. They were just kind of midway. Um, they were not bad. And they compared to everything else, like the other components, like the chicken and the corn, good. You know, good compared to that. But again, that's comparing it to that. Good on them for not making them bad, but still, nothing too good about them. Again, the okra, best part about it. I'm surprised. Again, I'm surprised that they did not mess it up, but they pulled through. So good on them for that. Overall, I would rate all of that. Somebody driving by. What is it? Oh, it is just neighbors. But overall, I would rate all that I had there. I would say 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. The corn brings them way down. Way down. Same thing with the chicken, although all those fast food places are going to be using bad quality chicken. But you know what? That was the even more surprising thing. The chicken that KFC has. KFC, a bigger corporation that you would think would be using, cutting costs even more and using worse quality chicken. They had better quality chicken than Church's. So that drags it down way more as well. So I would just be giving that a 5 out of 10 for now. Yeah. So maybe I'll be saving that rating for the fast food tier list, fast food place tier list that could be coming someday. Although it would ideally not come because I just do not go out and eat fast food, and I do not plan on it. But sometimes it's been these unexpected occasions like this that I find myself at these places. So who knows? Maybe that could be coming someday. Not that I want to give any of those good places good rap at all, because they have not done much to deserve that, I think. Inverse says, "Dirt road man, stop yapping." What, you napping? You want me to stop yapping so you can continue napping or something? No, I would not have the phone or whatever you're on so close to your head there. But Josh Calderon, Mr. Josh Calderon, is Josh Calderon still here? Is he still here? Because he told me to play harp. And if he ain't here, that means I don't have to play harp. I can get out of the stream harp free. About that. Guess not. I'd be getting out harp free for the first time. Well, but before I forget, before I forget, I always need to remember to give the due credit to my non-copyrightable, unlike that Huckabee's Jukebox video I was playing earlier. I also got to be giving the due credit to the non-copyrightable music I can be using for my intros, including the one for this intro, the just one, because it was not I did not want to do a longer intro than I did, because I was getting kind of down to the wire with starting the stream. But the one song in my intro for the stream was the song by a group called Catfish Frenzy. Catfish Frenzy, and their song was Runaway Train. One of my favorites, really. And it's off the lovely CD Live from Bloomington, 1993. And one of these standout tracks on there, I must say. Just down to, well, really everything about it. Well recorded, well written, good song, good lyrics, good instrumentation. Love the instrumentation on that. And everybody who's performing on it just giving their all. Giving their all to it. Really is an earworm. It's always stuck with me. Catfish Frenzy, a little group that I don't know having much familiarity. I can't find them anywhere online. But it very, very nicely lists everybody who performed on this album, even the individual people. So for that song, it was written by Mark Robinson, who plays vocals and the dobro. Love the dobro on that. Vocals, dobro, harmonica, and electric guitar he played. Ricky Kinzer on bass guitar, Kevin Burkett drums, and the special guest Bill Wilson on acoustic guitar. And if you all know me, you know that I have the liking for Bill Wilson. So to see him appear in these random places like that, you know, that's always fun seeing. But Mark Robinson and Bill Wilson, I guess, are really the only two standout names from them. Yeah, Bill Wilson's the special guest. Emphasis on special, because I would say if you get Bill Wilson to play on your record, that is special. So I mean, Bill Wilson is more well known than the lead guy here, Mark Robinson, who I have heard of in a couple of places, and you know, good musician seems like. But yeah, I have only good things to say about all those folks who played on there in terms of the performance. Of course, this album, good one full of non-copyrightable music that is perfectly fine for playing during intros. And you should put the word out and get out as much as you can, because there's stuff on there that has not been heard that needs to be heard, you know. Inverse, he's scuttled himself away quite conveniently. Oh. Well, anyway, it's about time. About time here. Haven't streamed for a while, so hopefully my stuff here is in tune for our closeout segments. Here we go. thing was at the end. Random page on the floor. Where did this go to? Oh, another one of the Christmas songs about that. Do I have any on here that are not Christmas? Ah, there's one. as possible at all to be. Going wrong with that one. Every version I've ever known of that, still as good as all the rest. What is this one from? This one I've not played it before. Now where is? Right here. red face drippy eyes because I ain't got the ability as of yet to read chat. Well, playing just off my mind. Tickling his eye was very pretty. What's the tune? If I had known when you posted that comment, I perhaps could have answered. Dirtman, yes. I'm here now. I'm here now. I'm here now, Coleman. There's something you've been wanting to say to me? Something you're wanting to say to me now? That is why you're bored. You're bored of the old piano. I mean, you're the one who left the Scribble game. Couldn't have been boring for you, could it? Want Inverse to change your profile back. Change his profile back. So you think he's here lurking? But he'll be seeing your message. Yeah, you both are on my server, and you're on Pace's server as well, so can't tell him there. Great Pioneer plane. Thank you, Captain Kira. If you have DAC, why don't you just use one of your mics to talk into? Well, that's because really one reason, and that is mainly because of one reason, and it's because the audio from my CD player was not picking up from my computer microphone, and so what I decided to do was for the intro, I would be moving the microphone over to the boombox. There would be no way that it would not pick up there. So that is why I was using an external microphone. And then also, if I play videos from my computer, there's better audio quality on that than there would be on my monitor microphone. So that if I be able to fix the issue with my boombox that is it not projecting enough and producing enough sound even at full volume, then maybe I'd switch back to my monitor mic. But other than that, that's what we're using for now. I do not really want to use it. I have it mainly for any kind of music recording I would do, but I had not been doing any of that, so this is the one use I know I would immediately get out of it. But I did not really want to use it for streaming, just because of that specific issue I had. That's why I primarily started using it. Can you play any Boogie Woogie? You say that after I've readjusted my entire monitor. Now, well, actually, that's fair because I could not read the chat earlier. So, you're gonna pass on this one. You get a pass on this one. handle that. But somehow that was reminding me that, Colin, I need to check out your song that you recommended to me. That you composed, apparently. Which one is it? You'd have to go into that channel and reply to me, or reply to whatever post it is, and tell me which one you want me to take a look at. Okay. Most fun music to play. I agree. I agree, man. Especially when you're doing the improvisation. You know, any music. I have time in my life playing any kind of music that I've ever played on here. Even classical music and everything else. But just go there and let the notes fly off the top of your head. I would say that is the most fun. Okay, I see. Oh, hold on. I need to put my screen on. friend is an Alex Jones enjoyer. Is he the one who you made it with? So the video, I was thinking at first was going to be more it was just going to be Alex Jones centered, and maybe a conceptual theme. That's somehow intricately based off of the music. Just you had this unified concept in your mind of this project, and it involves Alex Jones. But then it started. I saw Gordon Ramsay start appearing, and I was thinking he was just going to be there for a second, perhaps judging your song, and then there was everything else that came, and you know what? I'm not even going to ask any questions. I feel like it is not even my place to know the reasoning behind all of that. I think that just exists. It had to exist, and it is beyond anything I could be out here understanding. So, I'll just leave that be. But yeah, overall, that was a good composition. It was a good composition. Like the transition from the sad electric piano to the jazz organ. I do. Yes. That is one of the things I was going to bring up. And I did like that. Yeah, you definitely had some. You did have some good riffs, some good licks on the organ. He did the electric piano start, synth pad, bass guitar. Yeah, good composition. There are two parts though that was thinking. Two instrumental parts that I think needed to be either refined or taken out, which was there was this one synth that appeared I think twice in there. I think it was just like a monotone, higher pitched thing that kept going. I don't know what that really was, but I think we could have done without that. You know what it is I'm talking about. And then there's a section where the bass kind of seemed to be playing an unrelated bass line. And it was a bit off from the main organ melody. But I think that just needed to be refined a little bit. Some aux percussion. Yeah, it sounded like a synth, but I guess that could have been percussion thing as well. But yeah, it has potential. Good composition. Another thing is your recording and your mixing. All of it was a bit up at the front, and I'm all for equal mixing, but not at the front, all the way at the front, I have to say. But other than that, like I said, it has potential. With the right refinements, right recording, and with the intent of release, I think that you have something with some potential on Sands. Yeah, jazz organ from the Nord. And I already forget what the model of Nord is that you told me. Oh no, it's still saved up here. Chord K49. Yeah, not like that was not constructed. Like I said, just with some refinements and some better recording, I think you got it. To look up the or Korg, not Korg, Nord. No, wait, that was a different thing you're telling me. The Korg K49, but the Nord Electro 5. That's what it is. First time I looked up the K49. Okay, yeah, I know what this is. Yeah, that's a common one. Nord. Huh. So what is the difference between this one, the Nord Electro 5, and the Nord Stage 3? I'm not familiar with any of the Nord instruments, so I know that Stage 3 is common just about everywhere, but what is the difference between that one and the Stage 3? Cloning, okay. Huh. I see, yep. And so the Stage 3 is that more generalized then? I'm assuming you know these things, but you might not. Yeah, so more generalized, and so the Electro 5 was more specifized for the old pianos. Um, I've not been in any of the positions to get. Well, I've not been having any kind of intent on getting any more digital keyboards. I have 4. That one, this one, and then those 2 back there, and the one in the back, the silver one, that's just a toy, basically. Ever come across a Nord? Well, I'd say the Nord Stage 3. That one's pretty common. Like I see that. I tend to see that one almost everywhere. So I was gonna say I'm not planning on getting any more digitals because there's really nothing I'd be using them for. You know, any instrument sound that I would want to get out of that real instrument. So I would likely just go out looking for something like an old piano or an old organ, and I do need an organ to put in here to practice on. Or things like even real synthesizers. I'd go out and look for before do a digital one. They're the best. Yeah, I have seen out of all the digitals that I've seen, they do seem to be the best. I just really have not been a fan of digital pianos, especially just people playing, using it to achieve a piano sound. Digitals just never cut it for me. I really don't. MIDI comes kind of close, but just the standardized digital ones, not for me. Can't just bust out and have an organ everywhere. For you, maybe, but you got to take me into consideration there before you say you can't just bust out and have an organ everywhere. I don't have one, but I would like to have one sometime soon. So, so with me at least, you cannot just go out and say you can't bust out Hammond organ. No, it's me you're talking about. It's me you're talking to. Baby grand piano 2. Condenser mics. Maybe. But yeah, the next instrument on the list is electric organ. It actually does not have to be a Hammond. There are many types of organs out there that have sounds that I like, and I just need an organ with a pedal board. Because I need the practice. Although, yeah, Coleman, it seems like I seem to remember you were telling me about a MIDI pedal board that you could get. So that's the thing. I could get that for convenience, but then once I would get a real organ, I would never use it again. So perhaps I could sell it, but still that'd be at used price, and that'd be less than whatever I paid for it, likely. He has insurance on the piano itself, like part. Huh. Like part of the helmet. Okay. Have not ever heard of that, but thinking about that, I don't know how I've not heard of that. How is that not more common? Like, I would not ever think of doing that, but why ever not? You know, why is that not more of a commonality? Like, piano owners would go that far, but for some reason that is the only case of that I've heard. Never thought of that, but come to think of it, I'm surprised that that's the first time I've heard of it. Yeah, good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, just open up a whole world of endeavors in that I hadn't thought of before. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. And you know, not with me, you know, I got the baby grand, but everything else. So yeah, good to know. But earlier, I was saying that I was going to get out of here harp free because Josh Calderon left the chat, left me hanging there. That means I will not have to do any harp, but we still got viewers, so that does mean I have to do what I have to do. sometimes with the harp, I mean, the harp, what I like about the harp is you can just set the pedals to any darn thing. Any darn thing, and it will likely always sound good. And you can do really whatever you want with it. Josh Calderon says, you could have burned down your house. You could have burned your house down the way that you were cooking that chicken in that picture. What, with the, as Jack said, the centimeter of oil. Centimeter of oil. His criticism is that it did not have enough oil. It was not even in a deep fryer. It was in my largest cast iron skillet with a 1/4 inch of shortening, which Jack said was a centimeter. So, Josh, Josh, are you doing all right? Is something bothering you or something in life? You're obsessed with a shark guy, and now telling me that my least flammable way of cooking chicken could have burned my house down. Here, got something up with you. I've noticed in the past week or so. So I don't know if you're how we could help in any way, but you got yourself today, honestly. Not trying to be mean or anything. Okay. I don't know why repeatedly saying Jace is a shock today in my chat, even though he's not even here, is gonna that's gonna do for you. But hopefully you find yourself by next morning at least. Harp playing was magical. Thank you, Captain Kira. I think when you just, like I said again, with the notes just flying off the top of your head, that can be some magic. Doesn't even depend on the key sometimes. Ate stir-fried cabbage with carrot, onion, and garlic, mashed sweet potato with toasted walnuts. Okay, mashed stir-fried cabbage, onion and garlic, good there. Mashed sweet potato. Hopefully that is on the side of all that. Toasted walnuts. Hopefully also on the side. Is that jazz harp? Partly. I don't know if there's anything you could call that, because I just let that all come out without too much of an intention. But probably partly it was. But with that unidentifiable style and that unidentifiable key, I think that's a good place to leave things off here. You know? Good area to cap it. But which hat up here should I keep? Keep both, or is this a good look for him? Is this suiting him? Cheers, mate. You too, but I, for some reason, have read that as from afar. I read mate as MILF. Why that, of all things, is what my mind filled in. That's anybody's best guess. But like, you know what it was? I saw the 8, and that looked like a bunch of letters bunched together, and M with a bunch of letters, like thin letters bunched together. From my experience, is usually the word MILF. Go figure. Anyway, this is definitely a sign we need to cap it here. But good, had a fun time on here. Had a good stream, and hope you all did as well with your end of it, which was the viewing / judging experience, because you're a part of this as well. I could not be doing any of this without you all, without viewers. Just from a practicality standpoint, for one, but also the partial guide to the stream. There's many things that are turns of events that are going on and happening because of what you're all saying and how many of you are here, and I can see sometimes what I'm doing that could be gathering, can be making more of a gathering here, getting the viewer count up. So you all definitely are a big help. Not when you all type in the Discord chat instead of the live chat, or say stuff that makes absolutely no sense. Well, that does help sometimes, unless it's an attempt to trip up my stream schedule, of course. But anyway, I'm always grateful for you all being here, and I hope I'm always providing the best of what you could come for. But with that, that's going to be officially it for now. Thank you to everybody who's stopping by here. I don't know if Casey is still here or anything. I'm going to be looking out for when he comments on my stream, because he usually comments immediately after I end it. So I'm going to see how long it takes him to do that. See if he is lurking or not around here. But again, look, with Casey, can we even call it lurking? It's just his way of watching it. His way of watching us here. But thank you all for tuning in. We got 137 views. Hey, how about that? So to the 137, to the people who were getting it up to 137, thank you very much for that. Come again soon. And as always, don't fall too close. Keep the faith and don't take any wooden nickels.